What's up? We're gonna get right into this, yo. Title of this video is "Fuck These Bitches," but hear me out here. Hear me out. So, if you get a broken heart, right? If somebody breaks your heart, right? Meaning that you've given more than they've given you, and basically you've, in my terms, it's like when you break your heart, it's as if like you've given more, they're not compromising with you, and now your heart is broken because they make you feel as if the sacrifice you gave for them you're not worthy of them no matter how much you sacrifice. Basically, it goes on, but this is the point of the video, right? There's two ways to react, right, to a breakup or to just a heartbreak in general, okay? And the vast majority of people are going to have the "fuck these bitches" mentality, okay? Or all guys are dogs mentality, right? And that is a very, very easy mentality to go into, right? That is very easy. Okay, fuck these bitches. Where is that going to lead you to, right? If you get your heart broken and you have this "fuck this bitch" mentality, right? What is that going to lead you into, right? That's going to lead you to, going out, going to, let's say, the club, posting up pictures, trying to act like, it's going to lead to a facade, basically. And you're going to go out and you're going to try and rebound, right? And you're going to, fuck some girl that's supposed to make you feel better and this and that, right? It's always going to end with temporary happiness if you have that type of reaction to it. Now, you could have the opposite reaction, which is the Christ-conscious reaction, which is the godly reaction, and that is this, okay? If you get your heart broken, the Christ-conscious, what God loves every single day, right? God doesn't have his heart broken, even though we don't love God back. God loves, you think God has his heart broken because he loves some child or something and that child doesn't love him back? No, he doesn't, because it's unconditional, okay? And that's the only love that there is. The only love that actually means anything is unconditional love. That's the only true love that you can have. Everything else is selfishness. Everything else is you love them because of this or because of that. You have ties to your love, okay? Unconditional love is the only love that actually matters. So this is true strength, okay? It's very weak to say, "Fuck these bitches, I'm gonna go to the club and, get some, fuck some girl to compensate for my emotions." Anybody can do that, and it's a very easy thing to do, and it's a very weak thing to do. Now, what is a godly thing to do, from a Christ-conscious perspective, when you get your heart broken, these are the things that you need to understand, okay? For one, you have to be extremely grateful for the fact that you even have a heart to be broken. And really, when you're coming from a Christ-conscious perspective, there's no such thing as a broken heart. There's only lessons. You can't have a broken heart if you're giving love unconditionally. Because no matter what they do to you, no matter how much you've sacrificed and they haven't sacrificed, it doesn't matter, because it's it's unconditional, right? So if you even have a broken heart, that comes from not giving unconditional love. It comes from a selfish tie. Okay? Easier said than done. And this is when pride comes in, right? So there's reactions that you can have. Now, I just recently basically I basically sacrificed more than the other person in this relationship, right? You're relating, but basically I sacrificed more than her, and how can I say this? The typical broken heart story, right? You sacrifice more, she ends up, whatever. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. She doesn't even want to talk to you. She doesn't even want to whatever. It's the typical thing. Now, this is the thing. I am extremely grateful. I'm extremely grateful for the experience, and I've learned so much about love through this experience, okay? The point is this, guys. There's something called pride, right? And pride, or the ego. And the ego makes it so that you love with conditions, right? Without the ego, you love with no conditions. It's unconditional, okay? It's very easy. Anybody Anybody can love somebody when there's attachments to it. Anybody can love somebody if they love them. That's easy. That's easy. It's loving somebody when they don't love you. Loving the potential of that person, okay? Because everybody is a sinner. Every single there's no such thing as the one. You're going to have to practice forgiveness on everybody, okay? The point is, when you're giving unconditional love, I don't know what the fucking point is, yo, but this is just it's just a heart to heart, yo. Let me think. Let me gather my thoughts right here. The point is this, okay? You can't get caught up in one page of the book. You have to fall in love with the entire story, okay? And it says in the Bible, right? Don't put your mother over God. Don't put your father over God. Don't put anything over God. God being the whole story, the whole lesson, the whole expression, okay? So, with that being said, guys, don't get caught up on one page of the book. Understand that the book itself, the journey itself is happiness, okay? The journey itself is happiness, okay? So you have to unconditionally love no matter what their response is to you. And most of the time, we take it personal when it's not even a personal thing, yo. It's not even a personal thing. If they don't love themselves, they could reflect that onto you. So you really have to know yourself in this world. You really have to know yourself, because this is when you start to take objects as referral instead of self as referral. You start to have people, places, and things decipher how you feel about yourself instead of having God have you feel about yourself, or the true self. Instead of having that justify how you should feel, right? So I hope that makes sense, guys. I was a little scattered brain. You know, I've been scattered brain all day today. I just got back from work. But, you know, ultimately it comes down to being grateful for the experience. And that is a remedy for a broken heart. You're grateful for the experience. You learn from the experience, and you grow through what you go through. All right? Peace out.